your friend. If she feels any sense of competition with you, I need a little bit of liquid courage so that I ain't holding back in this video, okay? Don't judge me. This friendship way too old. You need a cutty. You might be the toxic friend, sis. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Lot Goddess. Welcome back to my corner where I inspire others to dream more, live more, and become more. If you got a wig on, you better make sure it's secure because I promise y'all I am not holding back today. I'm energized, even though it's late, I'm energized, I'm ready. Y'all came through with the questions and we're about to get into it. So today's topic is going to be all about friendship. If you guys have been around on the channel for a while, then you already know whenever I'm doing these chit chats, your girl be getting thirsty. I have a very grown and sexy drink today. I needed something stronger than wine. So this is actually a mix. You know what? I'm not even gonna tell y'all what's in it because I don't need y'all judging. So that's my drink. So before I drink that, we gotta take a shot. I need a little bit of liquid courage so that I ain't holding back in this video, okay? And I got my chaser, so who you judging? Don't judge me. Cheers. That burn in your chest, you can get your chest hair. Woo! Now that I've done that, I'm just gonna take my drink. The first thing that I want to say just about friendships in general that I want you guys to keep in mind, to be honest, friendships are very, very similar to relationships. Like they require trust, they require you to be open, they require communication, and overall they require a willingness. Like you have to be willing to actually make the friendship work. Whether it's an old friendship, whether it's a new friendship, no matter what type of friendship you are trying to cultivate, you have to have those things. In order for friendships to actually work and in order for friendships to be authentic, it has to be a two-way street with those qualities that I listed. I think it's also very essential that the person you are trying to build a bond with, you guys somewhat, like in one way or another, you guys have to have a similar definition to what friendship is. If person A feels like friendship is this, but person B feels like it's the complete opposite, y'all are never gonna attract. That's never gonna work. Your ideals have to be similar. You guys have to have similar interests. There has to be some type of common ground to keep you guys bonded. So I have come up with about 3 different types of friends to me that I have at least come across in just like my life in general. The first type of friend is your party friend. If you hit her up, if it's a concert, if it's a club, if it's like just something where y'all turning up and having fun, you know that that's gonna be the person that's gonna be down. Now the thing about these friends is that you gotta be careful because sometimes these type of friends, you typically wouldn't share a whole bunch of information about yourself. They might be kind of messy outside of the club scene, but in the club, they know how to have a good time, so you keep them around. Y'all see what I'm saying? So the next friend I would say is like a just because friend. Maybe you guys have been friends since like childhood, like maybe you guys grew up together because your parents were friends or something like that, or maybe you guys have been friends since like middle school or high school. Maybe you guys went to the same church from the time that y'all were a little bit younger. The thing about this friend is that it is very easy for you guys to grow apart, and the reason is because you guys, like y'all's values might change a little bit. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have the same values that I had when I was 14. From the time you turn 18 and you go to college, or you know, like life happens, maybe you have a child or something like that, I feel like your values shift. And so when your values shift, your friendships shift. And so again, just going back to this just because friend, maybe sometimes you feel guilty, like I have to stay this person's friend because we've been friends for so long, therefore I don't want to cut her off, but we really ain't got a whole lot in common. So the good thing about this friendship is that there is potential for you guys to rekindle and actually kind of pick back up as adults. However, going back to that willingness, y'all both have to be willing to make it work. If not, it's going to die out. Just because you drift apart from these just because friends, it doesn't always mean that there is beef. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong. It just means that, again, you guys may not have the same values that you had. There is an opportunity for you guys to rekindle, but y'all both have to want to do it. So the last category, these are your real friends. These are people who are kind of like a mix between all of them. Like maybe you have known them for some time, or maybe you haven't even known these people for some time, but the moment you met this person, y'all just click. Maybe this person has shown you loyalty. Maybe this person is gonna come pick you up from that nigga house that you really had supposed to have left alone, but you still talking to him, and she gonna come pick you up. Now she might cuss you out on the way home, but at least she gonna pick you up. If you call her after you done cried over the same dude 20 million times, she gonna answer the phone. Do she wanna hear it all the time? Probably not. But guess what? Because she's a loyal friend to you, she understands that everybody goes through stuff, and she's gonna be that down friend for you, and she's gonna give you that advice for as long as you freaking need it. So these are your friends who you can turn up with, you can have business conversations with, you can tell them about your next move, and you know that they will be genuinely happy for you. Ain't gonna be no negative vibes, ain't gonna be no competition, ain't gonna be nothing like that. You wanna pour into those people. This also means that if you guys have an argument, y'all know how to get together and squash it out. Now let's be realistic. Like, obviously you are not going to be buddy-buddy with your friends 24/7. Y'all might bump heads from time to time, but you know that deep down in your heart that this is your ride or die. So let's just go ahead and get into some of the things that you guys sent me because I'm actually really excited. All right, so the first thing says how to go about ending a friendship that you've outgrown. What I will say about that is that when you outgrow a friendship, don't force it. Just revisit your values. Like, try to figure out, like, is this friendship actually important to you? Because if it's important, then you're gonna go that step further to try to figure out, okay, did I outgrow this friendship, or is it that, you know, maybe I just don't really understand her as a person now? And, you know, also ask yourself, have you given like 100% to like be sure that you actually outgrown it? How long have you been feeling like this? Because you have to always trust your gut. I always say, like, a woman's intuition is always right. Anytime you're in like some type of bond with somebody, you have to actually figure out, like, okay, how does my spirit respond to this person? Like, when this person comes around, do I feel like I've been drained? This person ain't never really got nothing to offer. You know, do I feel like more inspired when this person comes around? It's genuinely okay to outgrow friendships. It's normal. It might be kind of awkward, but I kind of feel like when you're dealing with two mature individuals who understand that there's no beef, but that we just may not have nothing in common, I feel like things go a lot smoother. So the next question says, I like the topic of your friends not supporting you, but strangers do. And then she sent another one. Or your friends low-key being jealous of your success because they are not elevating. Jealousy, 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 jealousy. She not your friend. Sis ain't your friend. If she feels any sense of competition with you, I don't care what situation it is, no genuine friend is going to be jealous of you. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of times where you might compare yourself to your friend and you might feel like, dang, like I'm not, you know, where she is, but it's not gonna be a sense of jealousy. If a person is jealous of you, then trust me, there's no way in their right mind that they can genuinely be happy for you. And I am all about cutting people off who are not genuinely there for me. If I always feel like you're looking at me sideways, or you competing with me, or that you feel like, you know, I have something that you want, and so therefore you shade me, or you act the kind of way toward me because you want what I got. Sis, we got the same 24 hours in a day. We are afforded the same opportunity. Don't allow anybody to make you feel bad about going after what you really want to go after. If people just believe in their own craft, and if people just focus on their own lane, you won't have room to be jealous of the next person. My advice, sis, honestly, if you get in any sense of jealousy, a jealous friend will never be happy for you. So what are you actually getting from it? You wouldn't be losing out by cutting her off. The topic of your friends not supporting you, but strangers do. Whew. Take a sip on that, had to take a sip on that. I have been there before. When it comes to support, my biggest thing would be to ask yourself, like, first of all, what is it that they are not supporting you in? If you feel like they're not supporting you, you know, enough when it comes to, for example, let's say YouTube, maybe you can send them your video link. Maybe you can let them know, like, hey guys, I'm posting this video. I would really love to get y'all's feedback or something like that. Is this person ever really supportive? Like, if you call her, does she give you advice and, you know, you're able to like feel like you get something from her, or is it always about her? Like, do y'all have that friend where you just kind of feel like even when you call them about something that you got going on, they always make it about them? People just have different interests, and so like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of my friends are going to be into my YouTube content. Like, that's just the reality of it, you know? But at the same time, if they support me in other areas of my life, just because they don't necessarily engage in my YouTube content doesn't make them a bad friend. So just kind of ask yourself, like, what area is it specifically? If it's all areas, then I would say, sis, she's probably not your friend for real, because any friend is going to be there for you when you really need her regardless. Okay, so the next one says, having to pick a side when two friends fall out. Hate it. Girl, I have definitely been in that situation before. My advice when it comes to playing the middle person is to do just that. Play the middle person, honestly, because it can get real messy. You have one person telling you this, you have one person telling you that, but I also feel like in this situation, you have to set boundaries. It's so important that you set boundaries, because if not, you're gonna get overwhelmed. It's not your job to play the middleman between these people. The other biggest thing when it comes to you, like being a middle person, is that you have to be honest with both friends. Like, I have been in a situation before where myself and one of my friends were in an argument, and me and this friend were both going to the middle friend about what was going on. So do y'all know what the middle friend did? She put us in a group chat and she said, okay, look, y'all gotta talk. I feel like that was the best thing that the middle friend could have done, because to be honest, we were both coming to her like, well, she did this to me. Well, she did that to me. Da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, where are y'all actually gonna get if y'all aren't talking about the situation? Like, y'all have to talk. So if you're the middle friend, my advice would be to do whatever you can to just try to get them to talk. I would say be as neutral as possible. Definitely don't play sides. Like, be real with both of your friends. Like, if friend A is being petty, tell friend A that she's being petty and that you feel like she should talk to friend B. Like, but it is not your job to play the middle therapist 24/7. That is not your job. So let both of them know, look, honestly, all this stuff y'all got going on, I ain't here for it. You have to know when to separate yourself. All right, moving on to the next one. So this next one says, being the bad friend of the group, and then she sent another part, like, not as good as the others, LOL, how to communicate grievances. This is really interesting because I feel like I have been the bad friend before, I'll be honest. If we're being 100% real, I think we all have been the bad friend. So my first thing that I would say is that give yourself grace. What else did you have going on around that time? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we don't give ourselves enough grace because we assume that we have to be there for a person 24/7, but you don't. You are not God. Like, sometimes you have personal things going on and you're not able to 100% be there for a person like you want to be. You know what I mean? So if that makes you a bad friend in somebody else's eyes, then okay, fine. But that's why, you know, a part of friendship is communication. When you feel like you're at a space where you can communicate, you know, I think the biggest thing for real is just apologize and say, you know, like, y'all, I know that I have not like been the absolute best friend, but I want you guys to know that I really value you. I appreciate you. Like, is there such thing as like friendship love languages or friendship languages? Because I feel like that's a thing. Just communicating, like, honestly, being open and saying like, y'all, I know like this last year has been really crappy. I haven't really been there. I haven't been answering my phone, but I really want to do better. Me personally, I'm the kind of person that I really appreciate when someone communicates and lets me know what's going on with them. So that way I don't take stuff personal. Because I'll be honest, a lot of my friends had told me before that I'm very emotional and that I take stuff personal. So, you know, instead of me being offended, I took that advice and said, okay, what can I do with this? How can I actually listen to what my friend has to say and better myself? You know, so my advice would be, if you feel like you're the bad friend, just be open with your friends and say that I know that I've been the bad friend. I know that I haven't been there for y'all, you know, and then to be honest, all you can do at this point is just move forward and like, you know, show them that you can be a better friend than what you've been in the past. So the next one says, finding good friendships in your adult life. Ooh, girl, I can do a whole video on this. Literally, I can do a whole video. Actually, let me know in the comment section if y'all want me to do a whole separate video about how to actually make friends as an adult, then let me know. But to summarize, social media is like the #1 culprit to like creating new friendships. So I have some people that I communicate with on Instagram and YouTube that I have not met a day in my life. I know that we have been in a pandemic for the last year, but just try to get out of your comfort zone. Like, if you are a person that you never go out, then of course you ain't gonna find no friends, sis. You gotta get out of the house. Try to do things that you genuinely love doing. Like, for example, try a Zumba class, or you ain't gonna make friends in the house. So sis, get outdoors, you know, try to find hashtags. Like, if you live in a certain city, like for example, I live in Louisville, so my hashtag would be like Louisville YouTuber or a Louisville content creator or something like that. And you'd be surprised at what you find. You never know who you might meet and who you might find through social media. I'm feeling right. Whew. So handling friendship after a fallout. I think I will make this my last question. To be completely honest, it really just kind of boils down to mature people coming together to have a conversation. Like, talk about what this person did that made you feel some type of way and allow them and actually listen to what they have to say. Because a lot of times, like I said, when it comes to being mature actually says, okay, maybe I'm the toxic friend. Like, sis, if you having a lot of fallouts, and if you, this is for anybody listening, if you having a lot of fallouts, or you feel like, you know, oh my God, I lost like all of my friends, like I can't ever seem to make no good friends, you might be the toxic friend, sis. If anybody told you, like, God is gonna tell you, you might be the toxic friend. I'm sorry, I know you don't want to hear it, I know it stings, but I'm ripping the band-aid off. So any person that is mature is going to be willing to say, okay, you know what, I didn't do everything I could have done in this situation to make it right. Honestly, I think when it comes to like a fallout, the biggest thing, at least for me, is just about like actually being open and being willing to admit your wrongs. Don't always be so quick to point the finger, well, you did this, you. That just honestly makes you look like you don't know how to actually look within yourself to see when you've genuinely done something wrong. You are not perfect. So if you are a friend who feels like the other person is always wrong, then you probably wrong and you need to check yourself. Now, if we're talking like real personal, like if y'all fall out because she slept with your dude, then you gotta cut that off. Or if you have friends where after a fallout, like maybe while y'all fell out, she put your personal business out there, you probably can't trust her again, so the friendship will never be the same for real. So ask yourself, what kind of fallout was it? And I know this sounds kind of weird, but I feel like there's such thing as a healthy fallout. Like maybe y'all just bumped heads and y'all just kind of chose to just not talk. Y'all chose to give each other space. I think the biggest thing is having a healthy conversation about what happened, so that way you understand your friend better and your friend understands you, and so that y'all know what buttons not to push with each other, or y'all are able to respect each other enough to know, okay, I know last time I did this, she didn't like it, so let me make sure I watch what I say next time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Finally, I'm tired of talking. Like I said, y'all, I am lit. If you enjoyed this video, if you got some type of value from this video, please give me a thumbs up. At 2,000 subscribers, we doing a giveaway. So if you ain't subscribed, you gonna miss out on the giveaway, and that's your business. Let me know your thoughts, like some of the things that I've said, some of the conversations that I've talked about. Let me know down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you neutral? However you're feeling, let me know in the comment section down below. All right, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, and I will see you guys on my next video in the corner of life with life. Hey, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.